Another sketch that went completely viral was the one of Beavis and Butthead with Ryan Gosling.
Oh
And
my God.
another sketch where Kenan Thompson is just so hilarious in it.
The goat.
And
The goat.
so what led to this one? And obviously Ryan Gosling not being able to keep it together, and the rest of the cast not being able to keep it together was fantastic, hilarious.
It's so fun when Ryan hosts. It feels like, I mean, that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
I can't keep it
I
together.
like that
Right?
he still kind of looks like good looking. You know what I mean?
Yep.
His base layer is so gorgeous that it shines through. And whenever he hosts, it feels like the cool popular kid is hanging out with the drama nerds. You know what I mean? He's always really nice, but there's this, everyone's giddy. Like, Ryan's so nice. We had that idea, again, Streeter, Seidel, and I, for a long time, and it's so dumb. And we had tried it years ago, but the through line in that one is a conversation about AI, but the original interview that we're in the background of was like kind of a Scott Peterson, like a man who's suspected of killing his wife and being interviewed about it. And he's like, I'm sorry, there's a man who looks like Beavis in the background, but I think that was ultimately too dark. You know what I mean? Like, but AI is a little more palpable. I guess, there's some dark aspects to AI and what some people prognosticate for its future, but like talking about I did not murder my wife is a little, I think it iced people out a little bit.
Yeah.
So, and then like years later, it's always been on my desktop, the script file for Beavis and Butthead. Like, maybe we always wanted to bring it back, and then we thought if anyone could push it over the top, it would be Gosling, and sure enough, it did. And he's always kind of giggly, but I feel like you're so on board with it. You know what I mean? You're just like, yeah, because it doesn't feel forced. He's just having a really good time.
Well, I imagine that's another one of those where, you do it around a table and it's one thing, but then you put on the makeup and he puts on the makeup and the costume, and now you just must have looked at each other.
Yes. Because because the host is always running around during the show, like from one sketch to the next. So
Right.
You don't really get a chance. I didn't get a chance to see him before. And I mean, 99% of that is Louis Zakarian and Jody Mancuso, who do the hair and makeup, because I mean, they crushed it. And my lip, it was just a weird mouthpiece that like pushed my gum up. It was like fake teeth and braces, but that is like Indiana Jones' hat, that mouthpiece. It like made it. And then I think that picture I think is from Dress, because they ultimately I think moved the hair back a little bit, which gave me even more head. And then when Heidi looked back and just saw my monstrosity, she couldn't hold it together. It was again one of those special fun moments,
Man,
you can't plan.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.